I want to welcome you all this afternoon. I want to thank my colleague in government, Comptroller Joan Pratt, for being here with us. It is an honor to congratulate Baltimore 911, the Fire Communications Bureau, the Police Emergency Dispatch, for being recognized by the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials International. I'm going to say that one more time because you have worked too hard for me not to get it right. The Association of Public Safety Communications Officials International as the 2016 Public Safety Communications Team of the Year. Give yourself a hand. I want to thank Councilman Welch. Before you get out of here, thank you so much for being here to support our police and firefighters. In April 2015, our city experienced a period of unprecedented civil unrest. The lesser known story is that the unrest was quelled within just a few hours, and it is thanks to the responsiveness of our frontline dispatchers that we were able to so swiftly de-escalate the violence and restore peace to the residents of our city. As the nation watched live coverage of our city in distress, our first responder teams provided an active lifeline to the public, and shared our solution-oriented approach with every single caller. I'm grateful to have the support of these outstanding professionals because in dire situations, every second counts. Our staffers worked around the clock to ensure that the call lines were open and responsive, and to their merit, there was no loss of life during this time. But this is not to say that what they did was easy. In just 5 days between Saturday, April the 25th and Wednesday the 29th of last year, Baltimore City's 911 Center received more than 28,000 calls, and more than 22,000 emergencies were handled by our 911 operators. On April the 27th alone, between the hours of 2 p.m. and 11 p.m., the center received over 11,000 calls. And though inundated, they were efficient and well poised and helped maintain the morale within the community and connect residents to the vital resources that they needed. From locating alternative pharmacies to meals to emergency services, Baltimore City's 911 operators and emergency police and fire dispatchers maintain and continue to ensure that safety of our citizens, visitors, fire and police personnel are a priority for this city. So I'm not only proud of your achievement, but the way in which you serve and your unrelenting commitment and courage to help others. You turned a very troubling time in our city into a shining moment for your profession and for our city and for your industry. So please give a nice, you deserve, and please join me in giving you a round of applause for your service. So now it is my pleasure to bring to the podium someone who is equally proud, I would say, of his team, and that is our incredible Fire Chief, Chief Ford.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Greetings to the member of the media, representatives in attendance from the Fire Department, Police Department, and everyone that's attended in order to celebrate this fantastic recognition. April 27th, 2015 is a day that will live in the memory of most Baltimoreans. As our city experienced the events that unfolded during the civil unrest, and I probably should point out around that time, we had just installed 30 days previously a new CAD system. So we already had challenges before that event happened. As the world watched the incident that occurred around the city on local and national news, a familiar sight were our first responders who never hesitated to step in harm's way amid of chaos and other problems. They showed up. But the unsung heroes that weren't shown on any television screen are the members of the Baltimore City Emergency Communications Center. The work of the 911 call takers, of the police and fire dispatch, is normally a thankless job, and I want to parenthetically insert this. It is not a thankless job. We appreciate everything you all do. These individuals aren't typically thought of as heroes when a house is on fire or if a patient needs to be rushed to the hospital, but I'm here to tell you that your jobs are equally as important as our first responders, because every emergency call actually starts and is facilitated correctly by you all. And on April the 27th, 2015, you inevitably elevated the consciousness of the public to how important your role is as 911 call takers and dispatchers by handling 11,000 emergency calls and Fire and Communications Bureau over 1,000 calls of service. I am extremely excited and extremely proud to recognize the members of the Baltimore City Emergency Communications Center as the recipients of the Association of Public Safety Communication Officials 2016 Team of the Year. Outstanding. I would like to bring up Commissioner Calvin Davis, who is just as important as the mayor, just as impressed with you all, not important. Not as important as the mayor, no, but just as impressed and proud of you all as the mayor and I am.
I've had a tough enough few days. I don't want to add that to it. So it's quite an honor. Now I'm completely thrown off track, but it is quite an honor. And I had my radio glued to me both when I was in the field and at headquarters throughout those several days, as did every firefighter and police officer in Baltimore. And to hear the grace under pressure and the composure of our dispatchers, and to know that our 911 call takers often are hearing from people who are in the midst of a crisis. They're literally in the midst of it, and sometimes we'll get there right afterwards, but people are calling 911, particularly during that week, literally in the midst of a crisis. So to have the grace under pressure and the composure and the humanism to deal with a human being in crisis is not a skill set that most people possess, and it is unique, and I couldn't do it. And then the fact that you guys do it is incredible. So you have my undying support and gratitude. Some of my feistiest and most meaningful relationships throughout my 25 years in this profession have been with dispatchers and 911 call takers, and I won't go further than that. But you all are special people, and you mean so much to our professions, police, fire, public safety. We couldn't do this without you. I don't know if there's like a team cheer. I'm sure Chief Ford will lead the cheer or maybe demonstrate it for us, but I couldn't be prouder than to be here with you guys today, and it's an honor for me to bring up our comptroller next, Joan Pratt.
The Comptroller's Office is proud and like to celebrate also, and I would like to offer you this citation, and it reads, "Be it known that this citation is awarded to Baltimore City Emergency Communications Team in recognition of you receiving the APCO International Team of the Year Award. Heartfelt congratulations are extended to you as the recipients of the Association of Public Safety Communications Official International Team of the Year Award. The citizens of Baltimore join me in recognizing your commitment and your vision to motivate and empower others as public safety communication professionals. The Baltimore City Emergency Communications Team consistently demonstrates incomparable expertise as outstanding emergency responders. We are truly blessed and privileged to share and to celebrate with you, and I wish that God continues to give you peace and happiness, good health and prosperity. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Captain Scott Brillman. I'm the acting 911 director. I oversee the 911 operators, and I'm very lucky to be able to spend my whole day working with our operators and see their amazing work they do day to day. I want to tell you a little bit about our operators and dispatchers. Baltimore City operators and dispatchers are the unsung heroes of our public safety system. They are not on the streets like our firefighters, police, and paramedics, and are not always recognized as first responders, but they truly are our first responders. They work in a high-tech emergency communication center, answering approximately 1.3 million calls a year, and dispatching those calls for help. These men and women are highly trained, and they are the first link in our public safety system. They protect Baltimore from the land, from the water, and all the highways in between. While we sleep at night, they are ready to take the next call for help. Being a 911 operator and a dispatcher is one of the most stressful jobs in the world. They spend their day often speaking to scared callers and never actually get to see their face. They are trained to multitask and to calm anxious and terrified callers. They keep our first responders safe on the road, and they keep our callers safe, and they ensure our callers get the help they need. True heroes. Baltimore has some of the best 911 operators and dispatchers. They love this city. They chose this profession because they're dedicated to protecting this city. And we're extremely proud of this recognition, and more importantly, what they do every day. Thanks.
On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I'm pleased to present this certificate to Baltimore City 911 in recognition of your receiving the 2016 Team of the Year Award from the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials for your role during Baltimore's 2015 civil unrest. Under great duress, your team showed remarkable professionalism and resilience. And to your credit, there was no loss of life. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I want to congratulate you on this national recognition, and I thank you for your exemplary service in our city's hour of need. Thank you all very much.